Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe for more tokusatsu content, and I thank you for your continued support. Man, this episode, I don't know who won in this episode. Did Code win? I guess the bad guys didn't win. Our main character didn't win, so Code wins, I guess? Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Spike 2.0 back again once again. And today we are for Kamen Zeztz episode 24, and in this episode we get the big reveal, which we already got in last episode, but we get the big reveal, but Baku knows about it. And also everyone's really worried about Baku and the fact that how he's basically gotten rid of Baku and now he is just simply code number 7. We see how actually cold he is in this episode. We even see him leave some civilians behind when they were asking for it, when this woman was like screaming for help because her husband got hurt in the explosion. And we actually get to see Code headquarters. We get to see Code, you know, I guess foot soldiers, you know, like we got to see them. I mean, these guys were absolutely useless in this episode as well. We get the backstory of the lady. Turns out she is code number 2, and from some weird way she gave birth to Nem, and Code wanted to take Nem away from her and basically experiment on her, like study her. And you know, she wasn't having that, so she eventually gave Nem up, basically gave Nem up to like Nem is basically adopted, so she gave her up. And then apparently she said that she, ever since that day she gave up Nem, she has never slept. She never slept again after that, because Code would be able to find Nem through her dreams. So ever since then she just never slept. So I'm just wondering, how did she develop these powers? How did she stay awake this long? What did she do to stay awake? You know, like because if someone says they just haven't been sleeping, or they just stopped themselves from sleeping, that's very scientifically, in the real world, that's very detrimental to your health, which also could, you know, kill you. So how did the lady stay awake this entire time? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But also we see that she basically has her own driver, which is basically just the same as Nox's driver, but it's purple, it's black and purple, and it seemed like she was charging it while she was talking to Nem. And by using this driver, she's able to summon nightmares, and these are nightmares that we've seen from throughout the series so far, right? Like we see returning nightmares from past episodes that we've seen. We see the wolf nightmare, we see the Demon King nightmare that we just saw. We saw the nightmare that was putting the poison nightmare that was putting the poison in the soup type thing. We see that nightmare. So we're seeing past nightmares, but they're not here that long. They're not here that long. They're getting one-shotted. They're getting the crap beat out of them by Castratum. Okay, so we also see that while Baku is in the Castratum form, he's being controlled by his nightmare, and he's not supposed to hesitate while he's in this form. So while he's in this form, we basically see that if he hesitates or anything like that, because you know this nightmare, that you know his nightmare is highly destructive. So if you stop it from fulfilling what it wants to do, it's gonna attack you, essentially. And that's basically what it does in this episode. Once we see Baku actually go into the headquarters and he sees everybody getting their butts kicked, and he transforms into Castratum and starts one-shotting every nightmare that he comes across, right? Like, these nightmares are screaming in pain when he's beating the crap out of them, which was like when he was beating up the poison nightmare in that elevator. I kind of felt bad for it because the way it was screaming, oh my god, I didn't think you could actually make a nightmare feel fear. But yeah, so he gets there. His whole mission is to find Nem. That's what he's doing. He's not really following. We see Baku's like, I'm not following code. I'm doing this for me. My mission is to find Nem. That's my sole mission for myself. Also, we get the debut of Zito. We see Zito's human state, or in this episode as well, we see him and he's talking to code number 3, and then agent number 3. Number 3 basically tells him that, hey, if he goes out of control, what do we do? And he says, oh, well, if he goes out of control, we'll have that situation handled. I promise you that. So it seems like Zito isn't really trying to help Baku, I guess. Well, from this perspective right now, it doesn't seem like he's really trying to help Baku, I guess. I feel like Zito got some type of other plans or whatever going on down the line, but right now it seems like no one in code is really on Baku's side. It just seems like he was just used, right? Just like he was just used to do something or to find Nem so they could get Nem to wake up so they can capture her, which is what they do in this episode. They capture Nem. We also see how Nem is trying to convince, code number 2, the lady, to not do what she's trying to do. Like, she's trying to crush code. She wants to destroy their base and all that jazz, right? And I guess she's like on her way to Zito and to find Zito, because she's trucking through the freaking home base and she's pulling there's real guns in this episode, like multiple types of real guns in this episode. And she ends up dying by number 3. Like, number 3 ends up shooting her right after Baku ends up meeting up with Nem and the lady, and he's getting ready to take her out, but we see that Nem stops him, and when she stops him, the nightmare inside of Baku kind of like attacks him to a degree and makes him de-henshin out of Catastrum. And she basically, the lady basically tells him that, hey, this is what you get for selling your soul to nightmares, because as soon as you hesitate, it won't hesitate to attack you. So that's basically what happens. And Baku is like on the ground. He in all kinds of pain right now. And out of nowhere, that's when we see number 3 in his like stealth invisible mode ends up shooting the lady, shoots her, shoots Baku, and then they end up going in and kidnapping Nem, right? So that's when number 3 gets ready to fight, basically gets ready to take out Baku, but Baku is in so much pain. He's been shot in the shoulder and his chest hurting, so he's not at 100% right now. He transforms into his base form, which base Zeztz, and fights number 3 and gets his butt kicked. When he gets his butt kicked, we see Nem gets captured, the lady's been killed, and that's when number 3, he de-henshins, he pulls out the blick and shoots Baku in the chest, and that's it. I guess and also we had to be in the dream world because the moon was red, right? So Baku ends up waking up in the hospital. He died and he ends up waking up in the hospital. Now this is where I think they should have, that's where the episode should have ended. When Baku got shot, you should have ended the episode right there, and then have him wake up in the hospital in the next episode, and then you could have had him die and not show an episode preview for the next episode, for episode 25, and just leave everybody in suspense. Because we all know the bro ain't dead, but at the same time, that'll be an awesome way to end the episode. If you just had him die and then no episode preview, and then the next episode he wakes up in the hospital, I feel like that would have been cool. But we see that Baku wakes up in the hospital and he's like, oh, I just had a really bad dream. So was this entire episode a dream? I mean, it feels like it, but was this entire episode a nightmare, for like a nightmare sequence of what could happen? Was that the case in this? That's what it was feeling like, because the way the way the next episode seems like it's gonna play out. So it seems like everybody, like we see Kreha, number 5, and a bunch of other characters that we thought were dead. But yeah, also the way Baku's acting in this episode, the way he's talking to everybody in this episode, he's so cold. Like, he does not care. Like, he's like, anytime, like when Fuji grabbed him and stuff like that, he's like, are you gonna go off and kill somebody again? Like, he grabs Fuji, it doesn't say anything to him, or Kinji, and grabs him and just throws him off him. I'm like, man, God. Like, he's just ignoring everything. He's getting all his weapons and capsules and stuff ready. Like, man, like bro was really cold. We even see Minami, she's talking to the lady and stuff like that, and she says like, hey, my brother has completely devoted himself to his job, and it seems like he's trying to protect the life that we have right now. And the lady basically tells her, he said, hey, you need to help your brother become who he used to be. Like, you have to help him do that. And I'm like, okay, you kind of gave some good advice there, but there's a lot of manipulation in that, in that statement that you said. But yeah, she even when Baku meets up with her, he says, counselor, you're the one leading the nightmares? And she was like, yeah, I guess your sister was useless. And I was like, oh, you call my little sister useless? Oh, it's over with. It's time to get busy. I'm finna break you. But yeah, and then that's when everything else happens after that. But man, this episode was wild. So what happens now? Like, what happens now? That's my question. Because if Baku, like, who is Baku gonna? What happens after this? Like, can he go back to the base and stuff in his room? Like, what happens? We'll find out soon. But other than that, man, this episode was wild. Holy crap, this episode was wild. But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this week's episode of Kamen Rider Zeztz. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What about this episode did you like and hate like the most? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys next time. And make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As remember, as I always say, stay henshin.
Yeah, the shining golden sign.